Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something you've probably seen a million times, the humble sweet potato.
Mm-hmm.
We've pulled together some pretty interesting stuff that highlights why this root vegetable is often called a nutritional powerhouse.
Yeah, it really is.
Our mission today is pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
Give you the lowdown on the health benefits and some easy ways to actually eat more of them.
That's right. And it's not just one kind of benefit. We're looking at sources that break down different types because they do offer different things for your health.
Exactly.
We'll be focusing mainly on three kinds you'll likely find. The classic orange ones, the really vibrant purple ones, and then the white sweet potatoes, which maybe people don't know as well.
Perfect. So we'll look at what makes each one tick, nutritionally speaking. And then, yeah, some simple recipes so you can get started right away.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's jump in. Maybe start with the most familiar, those orange sweet potatoes.
Right. Yeah, when you say sweet potato, most people probably picture those orange ones, like the Beauregard or Garnet, Jewel,
Yes.
those types.
Mhm.
And they're known for being, well, sweet and quite moist usually. But the real magic is inside.
Absolutely. First thing that pops out is beta-carotene, right?
Yeah.
Loads of it.
Huge amount.
And it's not just about the color. Our bodies actually turn that into vitamin A. So what's the big deal with vitamin A? Why do we need it?
Well, that conversion is super important. Vitamin A is critical for good vision, literally helps your eyes function correctly.
Okay.
And it's also really key for skin health. It helps with cell growth and repair. So yeah, eating these orange sweet potatoes is a pretty tasty way to support both your eyesight and your skin.
That's a great point. Two big benefits right there.
Mm.
And besides vitamin A, they're also packed with antioxidants. We hear that term a lot.
We do. Antioxidants are basically molecules that help protect your cells. They kind of neutralize these unstable things called free radicals.
Right. Free radicals. Heard of those?
Yeah, they're just byproducts of, living.
Mm.
Metabolism, pollution, stuff like that. If you get too many, they can cause damage. So the antioxidants in orange sweet potatoes act like a defense system, helping to protect cells and supporting your immune system too.
Got it. Cellular bodyguards, basically.
Kind of, yeah. And we can't forget fiber either. Orange ones are a good source.
Right. Fiber, we all know it's important, but what exactly is it doing?
Primarily, fiber keeps your digestive system regular. It adds bulk, which helps things move smoothly.
Okay.
But it's more than just that. It also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, your microbiome. So it's really fundamental for overall gut health.
Makes sense. Okay, so that's the orange variety. Let's shift gears to those really eye-catching purple sweet potatoes, like Okinawan or Stokes purple.
Yes, they definitely stand out. Flavor-wise, they're a bit different. More earthy, still sweet, but maybe less intensely so than the orange ones, and the texture is usually denser. But the really fascinating part is that deep purple color. That comes from specific compounds called anthocyanins.
Anthocyanins. Okay, hearing that more often too. What's special about them? Are they just another antioxidant?
Well, yes, they are powerful antioxidants, but there's more to it. Some really exciting research suggests that these anthocyanins might actually be able to cross the blood-brain barrier.
Whoa, okay. What does that mean?
It means they could potentially have a direct effect on our brain cells, supporting neuronal health. There's a lot of interest in their role in reducing inflammation, which is linked to, well, all sorts of things, including brain health and maybe even slowing cognitive decline.
That's incredible. So the color isn't just pretty, it's hinting at these brain-supportive benefits.
Exactly. And our sources also mention possible benefits for heart health, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
The thinking is that these same anthocyanins might help with cardiovascular health, maybe helping to regulate blood pressure. It's still being researched, of course, but the signs are positive for our circulatory system.
Interesting. And I think I read somewhere they're different in terms of blood sugar impact.
That's right. Purple sweet potatoes generally score lower on the glycemic index.
Okay, remind us the glycemic indexes.
It's basically a scale that ranks foods based on how quickly they raise your blood sugar after you eat them. Lower GI foods mean a slower, more gradual release of sugar into your bloodstream, which can be really helpful for managing energy levels and particularly important for people needing to keep their blood sugar stable.
Got it. So a steadier energy release.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the third type, the white sweet potatoes, like Hannah or O. Henry. These seem less common, maybe.
They can be a bit harder to find sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't have those bright colors. Flavor-wise, they're much milder, maybe a little nutty.
Mild or nutty. Right.
which is actually great if you find orange or purple sweet potatoes a bit too sweet for certain dishes, but don't underestimate them nutritionally just because the color's subtle.
Okay, intrigued. What are their superpowers then?
Their main claim to fame is resistant starch. They tend to have a higher amount of it.
Resistant starch. Okay, what is that exactly? Sounds stubborn.
Huh. Well, it sort of is. It's a type of starch that resists digestion in your small intestine. Instead, it travels down to your large intestine pretty much intact.
And then what happens?
Down there, it acts like food for your beneficial gut bacteria. It's essentially a prebiotic.
Ah, feeding the good guys.
Precisely.
Oh.
So it's really fantastic for supporting a healthy gut microbiome, which we know is linked to all sorts of aspects of health, from digestion to immunity.
That's really cool. So white sweet potatoes are kind of gut health champions.
In a way, yes. And they're not totally devoid of other nutrients either. You still get a decent amount of vitamin C, which is, great for your immune system.
Right.
And potassium, which is important for things like blood pressure and fluid balance in the body.
Okay, wow. So each color really does bring something unique to the table. Orange for vitamin A, purple for those anthocyanins and brain health, white for resistant starch and gut support.
That's a great summary. It really shows the diversity within just this one vegetable type.
All right, so we know they're good for us in different ways. Now the practical part, getting them onto our plates. You mentioned some easy recipes.
Absolutely. The sources provided some really simple, accessible ideas. The first one is a roasted sweet potato medley.
Ooh, a medley.
Yeah, this is great because it uses all three, orange, purple, and white. You just cube them up, toss them with some olive oil, maybe some rosemary or thyme, salt, pepper,
Simple.
and roast them in a hot oven, maybe 400 degrees sour, for about 30-35 minutes. Flip them halfway through.
That sounds delicious. And you mentioned using all three types. What's the benefit there?
Well, you're basically getting a bit of everything we just talked about, right? The vitamin A, the anthocyanins, the resistant starch, though roasting might change starch structure a bit. The fiber, it's like a nutritional variety pack in one side dish.
Love that.
Okay, what else?
Next up, something a bit different. A purple sweet potato smoothie.
A purple smoothie. Intriguing.
Yeah, you take some cooked and cooled purple sweet potato, maybe left over from dinner, blend it with a banana, some plant-based milk, a dash of cinnamon, and maybe a little sweetener like raw honey or date syrup if you like. But the potato and banana add sweetness already. Blend till smooth.
That sounds amazing. And a really clever way to get those anthocyanins in, maybe for breakfast or a snack.
Exactly. It's super quick, really nutritious, and highlights that brain-boosting potential we talked about.
Okay, cool. Next.
Then there's a sweet potato breakfast bowl. This one uses mashed cooked orange sweet potato as the base.
Okay.
You mix the mashed sweet potato with some almond butter, chia seeds, and cinnamon. Then you top it with things like fresh berries, maybe some sliced banana, a sprinkle of granola for crunch.
Oh, wow. That sounds incredibly hearty and satisfying. Like, really sets you up for the day.
Totally. You've got the complex carbs and fiber from the sweet potato, healthy fats from the almond butter and chia, plus vitamins from the fruit, really balanced.
Yeah, definitely trying that one. Okay, one more.
Last one is a savory side. White sweet potato mash with garlic and thyme.
Ah, using the white ones now. Yep.
Just peel and cube the white sweet potatoes. Boil them till they're tender. Drain them really well.
Standard mash procedure.
Exactly. Then mash them up with some minced garlic, a drizzle of olive oil, or maybe some ghee for richness, fresh thyme leaves, salt, pepper. Serve it warm.
That sounds like fantastic comfort food. A nice alternative to regular mashed potatoes with that hint of garlic and thyme.
It really is. And it showcases that milder, slightly nutty flavor of the white sweet potato. Plus, you get those gut-friendly benefits.
Fantastic. So 4 really doable recipes covering all the different types.
It's designed to be easy ways in.
Well, this has been quite the journey through the sweet potato patch. It's definitely clear they offer way more than just sweetness.
Absolutely. I think the big takeaway is just how nutrient-dense and, frankly, versatile they are.
Yeah.
You've got the orange ones as your vitamin A champs, general antioxidant powerhouses.
Right.
Purple, delivering those unique anthocyanins for potential brain and anti-inflammatory benefits.
And the white ones bringing that resistant starch for gut health. Something for everyone, really.
It really drives home that idea of food as medicine, or at least food as a major wellness tool. Just by choosing different colors, you can target different potential benefits.
Precisely. It encourages a bit of experimentation in the kitchen, too.
Definitely. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah, I think it boils down to this. We've talked about these different profiles, the vitamins, the antioxidants, the starch, the flavors. So the question for you is, How could you strategically use these different types of sweet potatoes to support your own health goals, your own dietary needs, and, well, just what you like to eat?
That's a great question. Thinking about which benefits align most with what you're focusing on for your own wellness.
Exactly. It's about harnessing the unique power within each type to personalize your approach to healthy eating. Something to chew on, perhaps.